Yo, movie kitty clips starting us off. I appreciate the ups. I'm going to adjust the camera angle. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Appreciate everybody tapping in today. Let's see. Let's try to get a good angle on that. Sorry everybody, I'm just trying to get a good angle. Smash some buttons if you think that's a good angle. I'm trying to let y'all see the Bunsen burner in the background. So I'm a glass blower. This is borosilicate COE 33. My name is Zach. I'm in Virginia in the US. Let me know where y'all coming from today. Let me know, smash some buttons if y'all like the view right now. I'm gonna be doing a rod blowout. So on the left, that's a rod. On the right, that's 44 millimeter opaque black import tubing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt that open hole. So actually, y'all want me to take this down and show y'all? Smash some buttons if you want me to take the phone down and show y'all real quick. All right. This is my studio. Let me know if you're tapping in for the first time. I'm gonna put up a poll in a second, actually. Is all right. Let me know if this is y'all's first time tapping into my channel. Appreciate y'all. Let me know where y'all coming from today. All right, back to this. GTT Mirage torch, thumbs up if you like that. So this is the 44 millimeter open tube, using my Bunsen from Mad Hatter to get that warmed up. This is the green dense energy rod. It might be from Greasy Glass, can't remember off the top of my head. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to be melting that, closing that hole with my paddle, right? Picking away some of the garbage, and then I'm gonna slowly melt that rod towards that tube and into that tube. And as it's melting and condensing, I'm gonna start puffing, and it's going to like push a tunnel through that glass, and I'm gonna slowly start forming a tube. Appreciate everybody tapping in today. Let me know where y'all coming from. Let me know if y'all could hear me also, please. All right. Hold up. Oh, sorry. Alright, god damn, dude. Alright. Hold up. Apologize. Just trying to find the right angle. Smash some buttons if you think that's a good angle. two important parts, my glasses, so I can see. And also, let's do bubble caps while we're at it. Keep your hands as straight as possible. What I'm doing right now is I'm scoring and snapping these bubble caps. Then I'm gonna polish that nozzle, that part right there, and then I'm gonna smash it on the ground, see if it passes the drop durability test. What up, Dallas? What up, New Jersey? Appreciate the feedback about the audio. I like to get myself a little pumped up when I get started. Alright, I'm polishing where I just cut. Polishing means I'm like slightly melting it so there's no sharp edges. Not so much that I close that open hole. volume settings or any? Alright. Where's everybody coming in from today? Where are y'all tapping in from? Appreciate everybody stopping by. Smash some thumbs for me, smash some likes. Alright. Where y'all coming from? I'm Zach. I'm in New Jersey. I'm saying I'm in New Jersey, Jesus, from our last conversation. I'm in Virginia, USA. Where y'all coming from? Appreciate all feedback in the comments section. Let me know what you like, let me know what you love, let me know what you hate. If you love me, if you hate me. If you think my hoodie is goofy, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. If you got any pros, I mean, especially if you have any tips, shoot. If you know what you're doing more than I do, man, chime in. Drop some knowledge on me. I'm about it. I'm humble. Appreciate all of y'all stopping by today. This is round 2. I'm about to start a color blowout. So that rod is about to become a tube. Appreciate everybody coming in with me today, stopping by, especially as I try to navigate this camera angle. If you have any suggestions for a better setup, let me know. Appreciate all of y'all. Yo, peach glass. Well, hey, what am I working on? What am I working on? I think I'm gonna make a cup. Like for my sister, for my mom. I'm thinking like a wine glass or just a glass, you know? You can drink water out of, non-alcoholic beverages. Nah, never crack. Not my thing. Never was, never shall be. Talking about taking a poop. Is that your blowout? Yo, alright, hey, my name is Zach. I'm a glass blower. This is a glass lathe. This is borosilicate COE 33. What I'm doing is I'm turning a color rod, so it's just a stick, into a tube. So that takes a ton of heat, like a ton of heat. Lots of CO2 pollution. I mean, I'm good with filtration. And propane is like green, dude, look it up. Look up how dangerous propane is for the environment. Burn propane, it's like a greenhouse, whatever. It evaporates, it doesn't, look up, not a concern. Anyways, so you see that color difference? For me, so I'm just learning how to make my own color tubing out of rods, so I'm still getting good at it. But basically, I need to heat that rod so much, right? And that tube so much that that rod starts to melt into it. And then what I do is I puff, right? So I'm melting and pushing and puffing. And it's like, if it was like a tunnel, right? I'm like pushing my way through it as it gets hot and molten. So it's like this, and I'm slowly pushing it and expanding it, and it's still really small, right? So it's like, if that's a 6mm rod, this is a 44mm tube. So you need a lot, like a lot of heat, take some time. It could be, I'm thinking about making a cup. By the way, see 437 of y'all right now. Appreciate some love, some thumbs, some emojis, you know what I'm saying? Help me monetize this, holler, especially if you think my descriptions and stuff are good or cool or whatever. If you're new, you're probably new here. My name is Zach, I'm in Virginia, I'm a glass blower. This is my setup. People in my earlier live feeds saw me fill up my oxygen tank. I don't really pay for oxygen anymore. It's like 15, 30 cents per fill up, versus like a couple $100 a week. I use a propane barbecue griller, lasts maybe, like you see me doing this. If I was going hard, like real hard, it would last maybe like 5-6 days. But I've had a propane griller last me like 2 to 3 weeks almost before. My big oven, we're talking about doing more artistic pieces. So this is one of the ones I did more recently that I like. It's kind of hard to see the texture of the glass right now. Apologize guys, but I really like this one. But I have more over there. If you want to check out my website, it's zachdesign.com. Appreciate that. So what I have to do is I'm gonna pull that out more, and I just want to at least, like, if I can make a 5 or 6 inch section, that would be awesome. Oh, yeah. So I made the first aftermarket attachments for the first Puffco and Carta and like a lot of other devices. So I made the first dry top, whip connect, tether, stabilizer base, like you name it, double tap. I'm that guy. All right, so I'm gonna put, so if y'all have, where y'all coming from today? I have my phone on me. I told y'all I'm in Virginia in the US. Where y'all coming from? Dallas. I don't know if I said that before. Jonathan, Mr. Walker, what's up? Movie Kitty Clips, appreciate you. Let me get some New Jersey, Pat Lake, what's up, bro? Tacoma, Washington, J Bones, Swizzles, what's good, bro? And 253, what's up? All right. Also, appreciate y'all letting me know, helping me monetize this page. Let me know in the comment section if the angles are good. So smash some emojis, smash some thumbs. Let me know what you think about the angles. If you have any recommendations for some like mini mics I could use to hook up, that would be awesome. Maybe like some other cameras I could use besides my cell phone. Right now I'm filming on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And to catch everybody up, doing color blowout today. So I am taking the rod over there and I'm turning it into a tube. This is borosilicate glass. And one of my goals is to make a cup for my mom, wine or like scotch glass for my sister and her man. And we'll start with that. I've pretty much filled all of my online orders. If you want to check out my website, it's zachdesign.com. Appreciate y'all tapping in today. Appreciate y'all showing me some love. North Carolina. That's what NC stands for. Watching in Williamsburg. What up, Eastside? Nix, do I take custom orders? If you shoot me an email, charrisondesign@gmail.com, I'll write in the thing. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll try. Am I in Dallas? Nah. If you're talking to me about Germany, what up, Nick? Ohio, what up, Mark? Can I make a cat? I definitely cannot make a cat. I am not skilled with sculptures. I'm kind of a noob in a lot of ways. I mean, yes. It takes a long time, yes. That is. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. A lot of people have tips, tricks, Hey, 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 hey. Appreciate everybody tapping in today. My name is Zach. I'm a glass blower, borosilicate COE 33. Been prepping a blowout for today. Let me show you all a little bit of what I've been working on. So that rod, right? Slowly turning it into that tube. Been trying to condense it to keep an even wall thickness because it's really easy to make thin wall tubing. So it takes a lot of time, heat, slowly pushing, pulling, you know, and just forming that tube. I was trying to increase the diameter for the most part. So it was the thickness and the outer diameter. So now I have a section that's, let's see. Appreciate everybody tapping in today, by the way. My name is Zach. Sorry. Let's see if, so we got like a 2.5 inch section. But if I want this to be a cup, you know, we were talking about what am I making today. I was thinking about making my, well, this is a color that I think my sister's man, Dale, would like. He likes like greens and blues, and I made a purple for my sister, but I cracked it on the wet saw by accident, which really sucks. So now I'm prepping smaller size tubing. I realize I don't have the right size saw, so I'll have to save up some money to get a little bit of a larger saw. So that's one of the things I appreciate y'all helping me do to monetize this page, so I can start making new types of things, you know, like get a sandblaster, do some sandblasting stuff or whatever. All right. That's primarily what I've been doing today. Just trying to find a good angle. All right. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Appreciate you stopping by today. Where y'all coming from? My name is Zach. I'm a glass blower. I'm in the US. I'm in Virginia. Appreciate all of y'all tapping in, staying with me, checking out what I'm doing. Let me, still have that much of the rod left. So let's do this. Try to slide this back a little bit. As it cools, the color starts to come out and it's starting to really pop. So this one is called Green Dense Energy. I don't know if you can start to see the color coming through already. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to check my computer real quick to check on the angle. Smash some thumbs if that's a good angle. Hit me with some emojis or drop some comments. Let me know what y'all think. I know I have to get a sodium flare filter, so it's like you're not blinded by the light when I do the different stages. Just so for all of you that are in here right now. All right, so this is the difference between the stages on the torch, right? So that's the Bunsen burner. Ed Hatter, what's up? Made in the USA. This is my Mirage torch. Smash some thumbs, emojis if you've never seen something like this before. These knobs, propane, oxygen, oxygen, propane, oxygen, oxygen. Right now, this is my first stage, second stage, first stage, second stage. And then I'm gonna have to turn on my national hand torch. You saw me blasting both like at the same time. Smash some thumbs if you wanna see me make more of this tube. Let me know if you want me to start making something else if it's kind of hard to see, you know. So I'm like blasting, like it'd be cool to have some better angles, some different angles. So that's another thing I'm gonna be saving up for. Maybe have like a camera. I could put up there, like that part of the vent looking down or whatever. Right now I'm using my iPhone and like wedging it up on that, so I was thinking maybe I could use like a gimbal stabilizer with the remote so I can change the angles for y'all. So these are things I'm gonna save up for. Appreciate all of y'all tapping in. I said what I said. What up? You're a cat from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. What's up, dog? What up, Cat Stark? Serum Black. I don't know that language, brother. It didn't automatically translate for me. Apologize. Be dope if we had some ladies in the chat today. It's usually me and a bunch of me and my brothers up in it. I want this to be a page for everybody is all, you know? Like to cater to everybody. Let's get it started. Alright, let me know if that's a good angle, y'all. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna like hop down to my computer in a second so I could see and read your comments. Appreciate all of y'all tapping in and smashing those emojis to help me monetize this. Alright, you said you like it lower and up. Kinda like that. It's not bad, it's kinda cool, actually. Get that full spectrum view in there. Well, we're gonna be focusing on that side primarily. Alright, I know I'm annoying y'all now. Alright, gonna get back at it. Just a second. Let me have a sip of my coffee real quick. And then I'm gonna get back to it. I've been going for a few hours now, y'all. By the way, I appreciate y'all checking out my new short. Just got my page monetized like earlier, like yesterday. So I would love to be able to make money doing that and be able to charge like really low prices for the art that I make and make it more about just like community than like trying to make money off of selling people products. All right, before I get that sip of coffee, right now I'm making a blowout, a color rod. I'm turning it into a tube. So that green rod is becoming that green tube, slowly but surely. And if you haven't heard me already, I really appreciate y'all stopping by today. Nah, this is live. Whoop. Damn. Hold up. Sorry. Saw the flashlight was on. Nah, this isn't a loop. I've been working, man. It's just a long day, and think about it. I am standing behind huge flames. So kind of like tiring a little bit, you know? So talk to me, guys. All right, let's get this angle a little bit better. Ugh. Had to step off camera for a little break. It would be awesome if they had an app where it's like you could take over the camera and control the zoom while I was working. getting better as I do it. up, what up, what up? Appreciate everybody with me. So I just made a big section of that tubing. What? Pretty even, right? Spinning pretty straight, pretty even. Throw some thumbs, smash some emojis if you think I did a pretty decent job. Smash some thumbs, smash emojis if you think I did a pretty decent job. So that's the green dense energy. Started off as that rod. So like a rod turned into this tube. You could start to see the green come out as the tube is starting to cool down. Let me know what y'all think. Smash some emojis. Show me some love if y'all think that's cool, right? So I was doing what I was doing. I was superheating the rod. So the rod needs to be like, it's so hot, it's almost like it's liquid, right? It's like liquid hot. And I'm mushing that into the open tube so I can breathe air into that tube. So as it's liquid hot, I'm pushing and I'm expanding and I'm like tunneling because the tube is melting on top and then I'm pushing it forward. Melting to the face, pushing, melting to the face, pushing. I don't know if that makes sense. Smash some emojis, smash some thumbs if that made sense. All right. So, how big is this section, I wonder? Alright. Whoop. It's like 4 inches. So, 4 inches really isn't a cup. That's the thing. What do you think I could do with a 4-inch section? Like I could tear it down and make 2 bodies for like e-rig toppers, but maybe what we'll do is I'll just put this in the oven. I'll let it anneal and figure out what to do with it a little bit later. What do y'all think? Yeah, I'm a glass blower. This is borosilicate COE 33. This is my like studio in my garage. So I'm waking up in the morning, you know, make my coffee, whatever, come in, turn on the propane, turn on my oven, then I go over here, flip on the oxygen, make sure the vent is turned on, and I start making my glass, whatever I have to do for the day, you know. If you're new, apologize if you've seen this before. But my 3D printer set up also. You know, I'm watching all of y'all, like, and checking my angles through YouTube on my laptop. Alright, but where y'all coming from? Where's everybody coming from in the chat right now? Honeybees, I feel you. Mr. Jarnovic. So I got portable AC number 1. I got portable AC number 2. I also exhaust just like the 3D printer system. I also vented out through this. Alright. Sweden? What's up, dude? Appreciate everybody tapping in today, by the way. So what do? Do we add to it? I think it's you can see the green is starting to come out. We'll see how it looks a little bit later after I flame strike it a little bit, let it anneal overnight. This is like a 4.5, 4-inch section. I have a few color rods to experiment with. So that was the green dense energy one. So it's like that. That's like the green dense energy. So a little bit of experimenting to do. I have some bases prepped. Like, so if I wanted to make a topper right now, right, that's already an open hole attached to a handle. Put the handle up in there, have that hole open, put the prepped base on the other end, plug it up, weld it, attach it, detach, pop the intake hole, and boom, I got a topper for one of those devices. But let me put this in the oven real quick. Hold up. Gonna just get that So what would you like to see next time? Let me know. For the next drill. Oh, we didn't do the drop tests. Right, glass caps I made, you ready for it? Smash some thumbs or something? All right, hold on. I want to do a poll. If you think these are going to break or not. Let's see. Can I do a poll real quick? Nope, apparently not. All right. Let me know. Will these or won't these break? These are some glass caps. You know what? Let's go one at a time. Up. One dropped. Ugh. Smash some thumbs if you think that's dope. So, 1, good. 2, already fell down. Good. 3. Good. Bam. 3 for 3. See ya. 4. So for all of y'all who haven't seen this yet, this is a glass ball cap that I had made. We've been doing drop tests. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think this is gonna break if I drop it? Concrete borosilicate glass. Not a scratch on it. You know why? It's because I condensed it. Like very heavily condensed this. Which means I was melting and, well, I'll explain better in a different video. But every single cat passed the drop durability test. Now I would just need to test the how smooth it gyrates on top of the chamber and then how restrictive the airflow is. But all drop tests passed. Heck yeah. Well, I think for now, been at it for like 87 minutes. I might call it a day. Let me put this up there, put the tube away, and then we'll figure it out. How about that? So this was the blowout today. A little over 4 3/4 inches. I want to make sure that the glass is kind of like the same temperature as the oven before I put it down on the floor again. So what I do is I kind of like hold it up a little bit. I wait for like 10-15 seconds. If I'm using my tongs, I can just like close that and rest it on the tongs and then walk away for 20 seconds. And then I'll put it on. Just close that. Close that. Bam. Hey, Tim MRC, what's up? Right. So now we have my tube in my oven. Bam. Have that in the back right there. Show me some love, smash some thumbs, hit some emojis. Let's see how much oxygen I have left after that. So if you saw, we filled it up to the top. And after that, we're right back down there. All right. So this would be second fill in a day. Just flipping my switch. Hear that fan turn on. Let's turn around so you can see. Boom, baby. So like in an hour, that's gonna be filled back up to 160. So this is my 2 oxygen concentrators. They fill up my oxygen tank. I tap into this tank through this splitter to this torch. That torch, just like my propane line, goes through, splitter to the torch, to the Bunsen, to the hand torch. But I think I might be tapping out for now, y'all. I appreciate everybody showing me some love today. Before we head out, if y'all smash some thumbs, smash some emojis, show me some love. Subscribe to my page, check out some of my shorts. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe out there.